Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and we're going to start these uniforms off with Crossbones. And I thought we'd start off with this guy because, man, I just think he looks freaking spectacular. Look at this muscle-bound monster. Freaking amazing. I love the bones, the X bones on his freaking chest. Oh my god, he looks freaking sweet, man. He looks mean. But is he mean? Well, kind of. To be straight with you guys, he's pretty much just going to be a Shadowland character. He's going to be able to do decent world bosses, especially with the all defense downs, back to the way they were, the strikers being the way they were. Yeah, he's going to be doing, stage 60, maybe more. No problem with the all defense downs, guys. But that's not what we're going to do today. But first, let's just talk about this guy. He has 19,600 physical attack. He has 128 attack speed. He has 57 crit rate, which will be maxed out. He has max critical damage, max ignore defense, and max skill cooldown. And you can really max out this guy's stats pretty easy, and we'll get to talking about that. All of his gears are at 20. He's still level 60 character, and he has no Urus. So keep that in mind when you're watching this run. Now let's take a look at him. So in his tier 2 passive, he gets a critical damage bump increase by 35%, which is really going to help max out your critical damage. He gets an increased guaranteed dodge rate by 10%. Honestly, it'd be a lot better if that was higher. 10% really isn't much, guys. Increased guaranteed critical rate by 30%. Now that is very nice, which is going to help give extra chances to do critical hits, which means you're going to be doing more damage. That's very sweet. 1 skill attacks, 2 skill, bleed damage. We all know what we think about bleed. It's junk in this game. It deals burn damage. It has an all defense down that doesn't apply to world boss, and that really sucks because it stacks up to 55%. I really wish they would have let this apply to world boss, but it doesn't. But he does have a heal, which is awesome. Plus he has a super armor. He gets super armor on this skill. His 4th skill deals more burn damage, okay. And the 5th skill gives him 5 seconds of invincibility, which is very nice. Gives him native super armor. And he gets an all attack buff of 35%, critical rate buff by 35%, and it lasts for 10 seconds. So you only need 40% critical rate to max out his critical rate, which is pretty sweet. Plus you're getting that 35% critical damage. That is nice. His 4-star passive. This is pretty sweet, actually. Activation rate when dealing a critical attack, and having that guaranteed critical rate is going to help deal critical attacks. It gives you extra chances of doing critical attacks, which is very nice. It synergizes really well with this 4-star passive. Applies to self. 15% increase of physical attack. That is sweet, man. Nice. Leadership, 30% increase of physical attack. Now let's preview the skills and talk about this guy a little bit. Now, Crossbones is a pretty good character, guys. This uniform definitely makes him good. It's definitely god tier compared to what he was, because what he was trash. The 5th skill is pretty cool. It's got that invincibility, and he throws that bomb. The bad thing about all of his skills is that you can't cancel any of them. You have to let them play out. This 5th skill is a big survivability skill of his. It's got that 5 seconds of invincibility, but if you notice, it lasts almost the entire duration. I mean, by the end of that skill, your invincibility is pretty much up, which kind of sucks. I mean, you do have the 4, which gives you a little bit of an iframe, but you're vulnerable at the very beginning and at the very end. Right there, you're completely vulnerable. The 2 skill, I mean, it's a good little short little partial iframe. The 1 skill, I mean, very small partial iframe. And then the 3. The 3 is nice that it has that super armor, but the deal is, guys, you get the recovery at the very end of the skill. So you can't cancel this skill. If you cancel this thing, you will not get that heal. Look, wait, and boom, there's the heal. At the very end of the skill. It would be so much better if you got that heal at the very beginning of the skill. Then you could cancel the 3, go into the 4 maybe. I mean, it sucks that you can't cancel these skills, especially the 3rd skill. It works out. What I'm doing right now, guys, is I just start off with the 5, try to put the damage proc on the 5, and then maybe I'll hit the 2, and then I'll go into the 3. The reason I hit the 2 next is because whenever he does the 2, it brings them back right up in front of the opponent, and then you hit your 3. A lot of times, like when you're facing Proxima, like what we're going to do today, whenever you do the second skill after the 5th and you get close to Proxima, you can hit your 3rd skill. If Proxima jumps away, it will cancel your skills, and it's going to be the same for other world bosses as well. It's kind of a bummer, man. Honestly, it kind of sucks, guys. I really don't like it. I really wish you got that freaking heal at the beginning of the skill. It's a bit of a complaint I have, for sure. He has a stage 6 Power Angry Hawk set, and I got a really good obelisk on him. I got a critical damage with a 200% damage proc and immunity to stun. This is a very good obelisk for old boy. And he has a normal ranked uni. Now let's take a look at the uniform effect. If it ever loads. Okay, uniform effect. He gets a crit rate bump increase by 25%. Freaking awesome, guys. Again, he gets critical damage from his tier 2 passive. He gets a crit rate bump from his uniform effect. I mean, that's what makes it so easy to max out his stats. Plus, he gets a 25% increase of all attack and a 50% increase of HP. I mean, yeah, guys. I mean, this is some good stuff. And we're going to take advantage of this guy. What we're going to do today is we're just going to make this guy a complete freaking monster as far as survivability against Proxima. And you know what? Let's just go right into her. So we'll go into the world boss here, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so go in here. And I'll click on old proxy. There we go. Come on. Okay. So we're going to put Crossbones in the center, so we got that 30% physical attack. We're going to put Shuri in there because she's going to give 45% damage to supervillains and decrease damage received by 35%. And then we're going to put someone a little bit awkward in there, and that's going to be Victorious. Now, it does suck that we can't capitalize on this leadership at all, this 35% increase of all attack, but we can't because he is a physical damage dealing character. So we really want him to have his leadership. But the reason we're putting Victorious in there is to synergize with that 50% plus HP that he has from his uniform effect. She's going to give an extra 30% HP to him. So he's going to have a massive amount of HP. He's going to get the 35% decreased damage received from Shuri. And then we're going to put Mordo in there, Maximus, Ebony, Sin, who I think really should have got some love but didn't, and Yellow Jacket. All these characters decrease damage received from supervillain types. So that's an extra 50% decreased damage received plus the 35% decreased damage received from Shuri, which is going to give us an 85% decreased damage received on top of just having all that extra HP. And just a little fun tip, guys. Ebony here does do mind control, but he only deals it when you're being attacked. But you'll notice, guys, in the gameplay that he probably won't be coming in as much as you would think. It's definitely a lot better when it's like Scarlet, they 50% chance when attacking. And again, guys, we could go OP, but honestly, I get tired of doing all the all defense down stuff. I mean, it's cool, it's nice to do high clears, but really, I think this guy's just going to be a Shadowland character. And let's get into the action, guys, and let's rock and roll. Come on, here we go. Alright, guys, so let's do this. So again, we're going to start off with that 5th skill, hopefully get the proc on the 5th skill. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to do our 2, go right back in front of her, hit our 3, and we did get the heal good. Sometimes when she jumps far away, guys, she cancels your 3rd skill, and you lose your heal. That's why I really wish you got it at the very beginning of the skill. That kind of sucks, man. And look at the HP he's got, 67,000 HP. It's pretty insane, guys, pretty insane. You know, for you Crossbone lovers, I mean, this uniform is definitely worth buying. I mean, I like the uniform. I think it's a good uniform. It's just, you know, it's one of them deals where he was so bad to begin with, it really wouldn't have taken much to make him better. I mean, really, guys, I mean, again, all he's going to be is a Shadowland character. I know none of us really want to hear that, but that's just personally what I think. Now, keep in mind, though, I don't have any Urus on Old Boy. I'm only getting one support character, in that Shuri, giving that 45% damage to the two villains, and that's it. We could definitely put a much better team. We could throw all those all defense down strikers in there, and we could murder Proxima. But I don't know, guys, I don't always want to do that, because it doesn't really represent how strong characters really are a lot of times, I mean, if he's mainly just going to be a Shadowland character, this is really a better gauge to show how strong he is. In Shadowland, he's going to have some decent control with his stuns. He's going to have decent survivability. But against Proxima, who has penetration, not so much. Run around here, avoid all this. You guys can see Ebony just doesn't come in very much, and that's because he attacks when we're being attacked. And he misses. A lot of time he misses. That third skill takes a little bit for the Grim Reaper kind of thing to swoop up, and it just takes a little bit. Whoa, we're getting the crab guard broken out there. See? There, we got the mind control. Boom. And again, guys, if the prog doesn't land on the 5th skill, go ahead and hit the 4th skill. I mean, I'm really enjoying Crossbones, but again, it just kind of sucks. I really wish, he had a little bit more pep. We're going to have to switch. This is another thing about him that really isn't that great. His movement speed. It's okay, but you can barely outrun the purple. And even a lot of times I'd be in front of the purple and it would show up. It would catch me, guard break me, and kill me. So, yeah, I mean, even with all these heals and the damage reduction that we have going on, I mean, he can still die. I mean, it's, really the heal, I think, needs to be a little bit better. I don't think 15% is really enough. I think he should have a good, honestly, guys, a good 30% would be a whole lot better. But, I mean, with the strikers, you can always bring in anti-venom. You can always bring in your heals, but it'd be nice to not have to bring those strikers in. That way you could bring other strikers that would help you deal more damage and not be giving you heals. So it's kind of a crux. But right now, guys, we are behind. We're at the 8th bar. We're at a minute 45, minute and 45 seconds. We're not going to get it done, guys. But you know what? It's fun. It's fun coming in here playing. It's fun not mind controlling the whole time. Whoop, yeah, switch there. It's fun not mind controlling the whole time and just, beating the crap out of whatever world boss you're facing and just enjoying it and having fun with the character. I will say this, man. It is nice to finally play this guy and actually have a playable character. Honestly, I'm just happy to see that. Just imagine what this would have been like, guys, if you'd played him and the strikers were the way they were. Now for this run, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but whenever we do an all-out run, because eventually I will do an all-out run with Crossbones, I might take this guy to level 70 just because I think he's pretty cool and I enjoy him. But, I mean, he's not going to be no OP character by any means. He's not going to do anything special, guys. I mean, the one good thing about him is, all his all defense downs only apply against Shadowland. So here, you're not going to have your all defense down, which means whenever you bring Scarlet and Weapon Hex and all of your all defense down strikers in there, you don't have to worry about overriding their all defense down, which is good. That's good. That's in his favor as far as damage goes. But, I mean, yeah, he just, he's fun, he's cool, he looks awesome, but he's slow. The 3rd skill, the recovery, the heal needs to happen immediately. It'd be nice if you could cancel some of his skills, but if you do, you lose the damage from them if you do cancel them. So, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, he's kind of I probably didn't need to switch there, but I went ahead and did it anyways. We're going to go ahead and pause it whenever it gets to the 0-0 mark here. And we're just about there, guys. I'm going to switch back to Crossbones. Attack. Okay. So as you guys can see, we got down to under the 6th bar. We had quite a ways to go. I mean, if we would have put in a different, another support character like Valkyrie or Ghost Panther, maybe he would have got it done. Maybe with these strikers. But, stage 40 really isn't all that impressive. I mean, but he is fun to play. I do like him. But if you're looking for a character that can really go far in World Boss, this is not your guy. But he will be a decent character in Shadowland, and if you love Crossbones, you should definitely get the uniform. So guys, let me know what you think about Crossbones, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.